Welcome back to Life and Style. This is Health and Wellness Monday. And kama kawaida, if you joined us from 8 a.m., we had Fit and Fab, where Eric Opembe, aka the Torturer, was taking us through those exercises or exercise routines. Then we had Living Up, where Mwikali was talking about cigarette smoking, those myths that's around cigarette smoking and nicotine addiction. Without further ado, we are at the kitchen. And we're with one guy, Kibagendi. But officially, his name is Antony Kibagendi. He's vying for Kitutu Chache South. Is it? Karibu sana Life and Style.
Hiyo jina sio Kizaire?
Hapana, hilo ni jina.
Inaonyesha ni kama one of the musicians wale wa Mangelepa.
Hapana, unajua usimlaumu Chef Abdalla. Hizo ndo muziki yake.
Yes.
Ako pale. Ukimchezea hizo, ako zone kabisa.
Asante.
Karibu sana.
Nimeshukuru. Kibagendi, welcome bana.
Nashukuru sana.
You know, Kibagendi wrote to us. And he said he wants to make a statement. So there were two things that he wanted to make sure. One, he wanted something to the youths. Because they are the leaders of tomorrow. That's number one. Of today, and they are the ones who are going to pull this country forward, to move this country forward. And then number two, he challenged me, he said he knows how to cook. Apparently he cooks for his wife.
Oh,
yes, I do.
Take it away, Chef Abdalla.
Soy lump and cashew nuts, 1 egg, lemon wedges, 100 grams of sugar, 1/4 cup of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of coarse salt, 1/2 cup of chicken stock, 1 piece of red sliced onion, 300 ml vegetable oil, 500 grams of sliced lump, 2 tablespoons of corn flour starch, 1 piece of sliced red pepper. To garnish, fresh dhania, salt and pepper to taste, 200 grams of broccoli florets, 1 piece of sliced yellow pepper, 4 stalks of sliced spring onions. Serve with rice. Sweet and sour chicken. For the sauce, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, 2 tablespoons of white vinegar, 150 ml pineapple juice, 2 tablespoons of corn flour starch, 1 piece of wedged onion, 1 tablespoon of grated ginger, 3 tablespoons of sunflower oil, fresh lemon, 2 cloves of chopped garlic, 2 tablespoons of corn flour starch, fresh dhania to garnish, salt and pepper to taste, 150 grams of pineapple chunks, 500 grams of diced chicken breasts, 200 grams of mixed diced colored pepper. Serve with rice. Crispy ginger beef, chili and honey. For the sauce, 1/4 cup of stock, 3 tablespoons of honey, 2 tablespoons of vinegar, 1/2 tablespoon of chili flakes, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce, 2 tablespoons grated ginger, 1/4 cup of tomato ketchup, 1 tablespoon of honey, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of sesame seeds, 3 tablespoons of sunflower oil, 6 pieces of thin beef steaks, 1 tablespoon of chopped garlic, 2 tablespoon corn flour starch, salt and pepper to taste, asparagus spears. Garnish, 3 stalks of sliced green onions. Serve with noodles or sticky rice.
We have 3 different dishes today that we're going to do. First one we're going to do is the lamb and cashew nut.
Lamb and cashew nut.
So what we are trying to do is we are doing something that is sweet and sour in our dishes. Okay? So kuna utamu na kidogo. Okay, uliniambia hiyo sawa ni nini Kiswahili? Kiswahili yangu? Sio ati ukali. Ukali ni pilipili bwana. Ati uchungu. Ati Okedi anasema ni ukali. Okedi is our director, by the way, is up there. So he's talking to me on my earpiece and he's saying it's uchungu, ukali, sijui nini. But anyway, it's a balance.
And sour.
Sweet and sour. So the first thing we are going to do is let's start with the lamb first. Okay.
Lamb.
So we've already put a little bit of oil there. I wanted the oil. So put your pan that is very, very hot. And here I've got my lamb. I've also got my recipe, which you guys have all seen it on the screen. And you can go back when you watch our shows on YouTube, you'll see the recipe at any time. It's not the end of the day. If you mix it today, you've already done it. And I know, by the way, people will ask me, how come Mheshimiwa hasn't washed his hands. Actually, he did because he was in the kitchen helping me prepare. Corn flour starch is a product that's made from corn and its flour. And the idea of the corn flour is to make it thick, to thicken the lamb, yeah, and also make it crispy. Okay, so we add a little bit of corn flour starch onto it. Okay, so corn flour starch, and we'll use it a lot of time. Most of the time you realize that we use it for that one, okay?
Yes.
And then you put a little bit of your salt. Since you've already washed your hands, you can start mixing it. I know yeah. Use your hands, yeah, because they are clean anyway.
Yes.
Yeah, so don't be afraid, okay? So at the end of the day, we've got your oil there. So now, the recipe, as you saw, you know, you've got your corn flour starch, you've got your oil. The oil, make sure that it's hot.
Yes.
And the only in this thing, what you can do is you can try one.
Yes. It is not as hot.
Yeah, it's not as hot as you want it to be.
Yes.
So don't make it too hot. When you make it too hot, then you might burn. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you just want it to make it.
So is it good enough for me to?
Yeah, but don't take all of it at the same time.
Yes.
Just put a few at a time. Okay. Okay. So yeah. All right. And and since these are very, very small pieces, you know, when you go to the butcher, ask them to make it julienne. They are called julienne. What you do, let them cook. Just spread them, yeah. Spread them a little bit.
Yes.
You know, I don't burn my fingers. I'm used to that, but don't do this. Yeah. So you realize that most of the time it will take a very, very fast time to cook because the meat is already thin. Okay?
Yes.
So the next thing that we are going to do to that one now, as it cooks, is to look at some other ingredients. So the other ingredients that we are going to use here is soy.
Yes.
Soy is a very salty sauce that is made from soya beans. Okay, but it's very, very salty. So what you need to do is most of the time to make sure that you don't put a lot of salt into your meat because this one is already salty also. Yeah, the sauce itself is salty. So you want it to brown evenly. One of the reasons, Mheshimiwa, why we brown this meat is so that we trap the juices in the meat.
Okay, and if I may ask, you know, the way I've been brought up and what I know about meat, first you boil it before you fry.
And then what do you do with that boil?
You boil it until the soup disappears.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can do two things.
Yes.
It depends on the cut of the meat. This was a very good cut that cooks very, very quickly. And also the pieces are very, very small. So you don't need to boil it. Yeah, you're just in English we use the word stir frying. Okay?
Yes. And did you improvise this? Because I know it's for holding.
Oh, you can use it for both. These are actually non-stick pans. Eh? These are called non-stick pans.
Yes.
Yeah. So now when you look at the meat, you see it's already brown.
Yes.
So now we add a little bit of soya sauce inside it. Okay.
Good.
So as we add a little bit of the soya sauce, okay.
We allow it to cook?
Yeah, we allow it to cook. Now we add our onions. You've got all your vegetables. We don't
start
ready.
with the onions the
no,
way
because the meat
traditionally.
The meat takes longer to cook than the onions. And you still want to retain the good color. So that you don't have to cook them all the way. Okay?
Yes.
So you throw in your onions, you throw in your broccoli. You start with the hard vegetables first.
Yes.
Okay?
What do you mean by hard vegetables?
That means the vegetables that will take longer to cook. Yeah.
But again, we usually eat steamed broccoli.
Yeah. You can even eat it raw. Actually, I eat raw broccoli. It's very, very hygienic. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So the moment you've added that one, and then you add your peppers in, and you can see this will be more than it's less than 5 minutes. If you've got everything.
Yes.
In less than 5 minutes, you've got your dish.
The meal.
Yeah, you've got your dish.
Yes.
Now, there's something else. Remember, we talked about the theme of today's cooking is sweet and sour. Okay.
So you're adding sugar?
A little bit
sugar
of
to meat?
Yeah. Yes.
Or lamb?
To the lamb.
Yes.
And I want you to try it later on and tell me.
Okay, I haven't seen this before.
That's why you'll see it here on KTN Life and Style. You don't see it everywhere. You'll see it here on KTN Life and Style. Okay? So you've already added that. Now we add a little bit of chicken stock. Okay? This is the chicken bones when you boil them. What you talked about boiling meat.
Yes.
So we add a little bit of that inside it also.
So why are you mixing lamb and chicken?
Because you can use lamb stock if you want also. But most households, they always have chicken stock.
Yes.
And lamb stock is also a little bit fatty. You know the lamb meat is fatty. The chicken stock does not have a lot of fat.
Okay.
Sasa, tell me something about, you told me that you normally cook at home.
Yes.
Do you only cook for your wife or do you also cook for friends?
I cook for friends and family.
Okay.
But of course, traditional meals.
Okay.
That is ugali, meat or beef,
Yeah.
chicken.
Yeah.
The regular traditional meals are
Okay.
the ones I know how to cook. Plus, I can do tea, eggs.
Tea is not cooking, by the way.
Yeah.
That's boiling. That's boiling.
Okay, that
You
boiling.
boil tea.
Yes.
You make tea. You don't cook tea.
I make tea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, it's very, very important when you are cooking also to try and taste it. So that to say, do I need to add more of this and more of that? Because, like I said, the piece of meat,
Tastes good.
what do you mean by it tastes good? There's a balance to
There's
the
a balance.
sweet and sour?
Yeah.
So you just ask me, why do you add sugar onto it? Hey,
That's
hey,
an
that's a no in this kitchen. It's called double dipping. Mheshimiwa, ukienda kule mbele ukisha kufika parliament, unatumia
So
kijiko kingine.
I use this one.
Yeah, now I've given you another one. Hey, guys, that's
That
much
is
better?
good. That is
okay,
good.
so what we'll do now, because that one is already done.
I'm not supposed to taste the
meat.
lamb.
No, the meat, you've already tasted the sauce. Let the meat stay there for a while. It will continue cooking slowly.
Okay.
We go to the next dish. Okay, I told you we'll make 3 different dishes today, Sindio? Okay, so tell me, what's this business about everybody is trying to go into politics? Oh, let's use this one for the Nini. Why are you going into politics in the first place? Why?
First, why I'm going to politics is because I would want to reclaim my generation from hopelessness and despair. I know that is a little
Okay. My friend, stop using big words. What's that?
You know, in this nation,
Yeah.
we have people who've given up in life.
Okay.
They are resigned
Oil
to believe
for the next dish,
that if you're born in, they like calling it humble background, then you cannot succeed in life.
Wow.
And that is what I want to demystify. Because I wasn't brought up in an exemplarily privileged background, and that is why I'm giving hope to my generation. That is one. So
what have you done that is different? Okay, maybe let me rephrase this question. Are you trying to tell me that the guy who's the current MP is Dr. Onyonka, if I'm not wrong?
He's called Richard Onyonka. His
Richard
dad was Dr.
his
Onyonka.
dad was the former minister.
Yes.
Okay, this is Richard Onyonka.
Yes.
So are you trying to say that Richard Onyonka has never done anything for the?
Definitely not. He has done quite a bit for our people.
Okay.
And his dad did quite a lot for our people.
Okay.
But as I said, demystifying.
We're using cornstarch again. Yeah, go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Demystifying the notion that you have to come from an exceptional background for you to be able to make it to parliament or for you to be able to succeed.
Okay.
And that is what I'm demystifying. Richard Onyonka has done a lot.
Okay.
And I would like to pick it up from where he has gotten to take it to the next level.
So why don't you try and give him another chance right now?
He's served for 2 terms, and I believe he's run out of ideas.
Okay.
Because the things he's doing in his second term are the same things he did in the first term. You may ask me, what have I done differently so far before I can
That was my next question, yeah. That was. So I'm adding salt and pepper, guys. Viewers, I'm adding salt and pepper. I've added cornstarch in there.
And why is the salt like the regular salt we see in the home?
This is called herbal salt. It's important, you know, especially nowadays. Like I said, our show mostly looks at things that will add value into your body, into your wellness and everything. And actually, too much salt sometimes is also not good.
Yes.
So these ones are already mixed with some other herbs, and they're available. Like I said, the good thing about Kenya is that we have all these things available in supermarkets. We've come a long way from the old days when we didn't. So this time, what I'm doing is I've added the cornstarch and I've added the egg also. And let's see if the fat is... So this is just to add a little bit of the... Okay.
And why did you add the egg?
Because I want to coat the chicken. Yeah, I want to coat the chicken. So I'm doing different ways. You could have even added the egg onto the lamb if you want also, or the beef.
Oh, great.
So this is a different way of making my chicken. Yeah. So
Great.
as you continue, let's continue with the conversation. As we continue with that
You
one,
asked me what I have done so far.
yeah, let the egg settle down a little bit before you turn it. Eh?
Yes.
Okay.
In my community,
Yeah.
we've had traditionally haven't looked at entrepreneurship as something that needs mentorship. You get born and you get into business in a way that it is like bahati nasibu. So what I've done
Yeah.
in my community initially
Yeah.
is to support youth groups that are into entrepreneurship.
Okay.
By helping them, by empowering them, get capital.
Okay. Good.
Empowering them to get training.
That's positive, my
empowering
brother.
them. These are women and youth groups
Okay.
that are organized, that have projects that are running, not startups.
Okay.
Or projects that are just starting.
Okay.
Beyond that, I partnered with Equity Bank before to
Wow.
do entrepreneurship training
Okay.
across my community. We have also supported people living with disability. We ensured that they got wheelchairs
Okay.
across the constituency and some parts of the county.
Umekuja hapa jikoni turn those things.
Yes.
Anazungumza tu mjamaa.
I'm not very good with what we call multitasking.
Oh,
Yes.
Asa, you better practice here. And then when you're in parliament, you'll tell us, thanks for teaching me, guys.
Yes.
Because uko parliament, you'll be multitasking.
Yes.
But I see positivity in your message.
Yes.
That you've already, you're not one of those guys who will say, wacha ningoje nikifika hapa na hapa, this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah. And what we are looking at
Yeah.
is to demonstrate to our people that not all of us can get employed.
Okay.
Some of us can get into entrepreneurship and actually become employers.
Okay.
And like myself,
Yeah.
since I came out of university, I didn't get a job, and I got into entrepreneurship. I've been
Immediately from university?
Yes.
Wow.
I have been running a car leasing firm and car rental.
So what
I
is
got
your
into
message? What is
security.
your message to those people who come out of university and they think that they have to be employed?
That is the message we are sending out, that
Yeah.
you can actually become an entrepreneur.
Okay.
You can become a businessman.
Yeah.
You can become a businesswoman, or you can get into something called, in the modern world, we call it agripreneurship.
So-
agriculture that you do in large scale and sell to your community, or supply to supermarkets, or supply to various markets across the country.
Fantastic message. Now, I just have to talk something about this dish. You see, what we did was, when you look at the chicken now, you see that it's all crispy on the outside.
Yes. And is it cooked inside?
It's still cooking. It's very, very important. That's a very good question that you've asked. With chicken, it's very, very important. As opposed to lamb and beef, you always hear when you go to the hotel, do you want it medium rare, well done?
Yes, yes.
But chicken has to be well done because of salmonella. Yeah. So it's very, very important that the chicken cooks longer.
What about eggs? Because there are eggs that
egg
are
also.
well done, or
The eggs you can...
in our street language, you call it macho.
Macho, ile macho?
Yes.
Kwa hivyo huko mtaani kuna jamaa wako ni wazungu pia.
Ni kweli.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the same thing here. We'll start by adding, again, I've got my carrots. You can use any kind of vegetables, by the way. You don't have to use green, red, yellow peppers. But since I had them in here, I decided to use them, okay? So now you can use this spoon because it's already turned. Yeah. So go ahead and use that spoon. Okay. And then we go into the peppers also. Okay. Now throw in your peppers. And believe me, what we're going to do today, and I'm going to add my soya sauce, a little bit of soya sauce again. Soya sauce,
Must you have soya sauce in each and every meal that you're cooking?
you can and you don't have to. The soya sauce is the bitter part. And then we have something else that is the sweeter part. So the soya sauce being the bitter part, what I'm going to use in this particular case here is to use the ketchup as the sweet part of it. Yeah, I've got ketchup and I've got pineapples also. So a little bit of ketchup in there, okay, or tomato sauce as Kenyans like to call it. Okay, Kenyans like to call it. And then I'm also adding a little bit of pineapple juice.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I
And you'll
initially
ask me,
thought
why
we'll
do you
not
have pineapples?
And you have juice.
And I've got juice and pineapples also.
Yes.
So the pineapples will come at the end as a garnish.
Okay.
Okay.
What is garnish?
Mapambo.
Mapambo, yeah.
Mapambo, yeah. Mapambo hiyo chakula. You know, at the end of the day, when you get home there, you want to entice your wife and you want to entice your friends and you want to tell them that, look, guys, I can make this. Yeah. So now we go to the next one, which is the last one. Mheshimiwa.
Yes.
And we are going to do beef.
Yes.
And I know Kenyans love beef. So let me, with the beef,
We won't start by boiling it first, like we are used to.
we are using beef steak. We are using beef steak. And beef steak takes a very, very short time. Yeah. So your chicken is continuing to cook,
Yes.
as you can see. Okay. Yeah, it's almost ready.
I like the aroma.
They are, how do you like when you haven't tasted? Hebu onja bwana. Wacha hiyo story. I like the aroma.
You know, when I cook in the house,
Yeah.
I tend to taste
Okay.
the gravy or the soup.
Okay, then. Okay, taste it, and then I'll give you another taste. Okay, now I'm adding a touch of vinegar onto it. Just plain vinegar, because so far it's sweet. So now, turn it a little bit, because I've added a touch of vinegar onto it.
Yes.
And take another spoon
You
and
told
try
me
it.
there is no double dipping.
Double dipping, yes. You are a quick learner, my friend. Okay? So you see now there's vinegar, there's sweetness.
There's that, yeah.
Yeah, there's that balance. So
Yeah.
your chicken is also done. So now we go to the beef. So
Is
the
it cooked really?
It is cooked really. Yeah, as you asked me, yes, it is
Yeah.
cooked really. So now, Brian has also joined us. You can see Brian, you know Brian can smell food from outside. Yeah.
I'm
We
the
call
chief
him
tester.
Yeah.
chief tester.
Chief tester.
Anajiita hivyo ati. Yeah. So now we go. Now we move from this one. We've got chicken ready. Brian, can you put the rest of the chicken in the fridge, please? So now we go to the third one. These garnishes, mapambo, we'll use them later on. Cashew nuts, whatever it is, we'll use them later on.
Okay.
So now we go to the third dish. And the third dish is your beef steak.
Yes.
So the beef steak, I already marinated it in chili, in a little bit of, again, the soya sauce that gives us the nini. And the pen, you know, the pen is hot. I'm going to use the marinade as the sauce itself, okay?
Yes.
So you see, it just takes less than 1 minute to turn it, okay? Okay.
What happens when that?
With that one,
Yeah.
it's called flaming. It's called flaming. It's allowed. It's
Okay.
allowed in the kitchen. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That is the aspect of an acid coming into contact with the fire. So you see, already the beef is already cooked here. So all I do is I add a little bit of the marinade inside it. Okay. And that's my crispy beef. The beef is crisp. It's dry. It's done. Okay.
Yes.
Sasa mheshimiwa,
Yeah.
we are almost time to serve. Now let me ask you something.
Yes.
How long did it take to make this? Less than half an hour?
Yeah, it's been
And
a
you've
short
come up
while.
with 3 dishes, yeah. You've come up with 3 dishes in less than half an hour. I'll add a touch of chicken stock, just a touch of the stock. Okay? So that's ready. Okay, now. I switch
This
it
is
off.
ready?
That is ready. You want to try it?
No.
There's no
It's
blood
okay.
in there.
We'll.
Oh,
I know.
Who
I know.
invited you? Oh,
I know we are
you
sitting.
You must have been watching this show for a long time. Okay. So I've got my rice there. I've got rice. Okay. And these dishes, you can either serve them with rice, you can serve them with noodles. Okay. Also, we are all eating healthy here. So I've got my rice over there. If you cut meat immediately when it's still hot, all the juices come out, they escape.
Okay.
So as it rests, all the juices are trapped
Soak
still.
in.
Yeah, we're giving it time to soak in. So the first dish that we did, remember, was the lamb, sindio. So let's serve the lamb so that the other meats are resting.
And I'm thinking, Chef Abdallah,
Yeah,
as you're plating,
Yeah.
do you mind me talking to Mheshimiwa kidogo?
Go ahead, Brian.
Yes. Sasa, Mheshimiwa, karibu. Just have a seat here. Tuongee mawili matatu.
Thank you.
Yeah, karibu sana. So, you've told us that you're aspiring to get this seat.
Yes.
There's something that comes out when you're talking about the youth, about entrepreneurship. Right now in Kenya, when you look at dynamics, the Kisii community, you're taking almost every business enterprise. You've taken the matatu, you've taken over the matatu industry. What do you think is the missing link between their youth and maybe the OGs, as somebody would put it?
First, what we lack as a society is we do not have proper mentorship programs. Mentorship in leadership, mentorship in business, and even mentorship in career, whereby if you're a HR practitioner and you're an ordinary officer, you need to have someone who is senior, who keeps on training and talking to you, telling you where you make mistakes and how they need to be rectified. If you're in business, like myself, I haven't had proper mentorship, which has made me make numerous mistakes to the point that I am now. Even in leadership, we have leaders who are selfish. We are a society that is greedy, a society that is selfish, whereby if you look at the leaders we have, they don't seem to nurture, don't seem to mentor people who can take after them. They want to die while serving as political leaders. And again, I would like to tell fellow young people that you don't have to have a title to be a leader. You are a leader wherever you are. But again, why I'm running for this seat is because I believe if I get to the positions of policy making, if I get to positions of what we call legislation, I'll be able to transform the way things have been done so that we have leaders who pass laws that support our communities, laws that help young people to grow in whatever enterprise they are in or in whatever trade they are in, laws that help people living with children that are suffering from ailments or diseases that are long-term and expensive, like children who have what we call sickle cell anemia, or children who need special care. You know, we need to pass laws that actually serve our communities, not things that serve political leaders or businesses that political leaders actually own out there.
Talking about Kitutu Chache, this is where the elderly are. And for a number of reasons, we are talking about the youth, but we are letting our elderly, the elderly people in the society, we're letting them languish in poverty. What can you do as a politician, as a leader in Kitutu Chache South to ensure that this, if not stop, things are made better?
In terms of support for the people in our community that are...
Brian, I'm saucy. I know you thought maybe I'd forgotten you.
So I'm not very good in eating while talking.
No, okay.
So you'll allow me to talk.
Yeah, please.
And then after
finish.
we are done,
Yeah.
I'll do a better serving.
I want you to try
You
a
want me
little
to
bit
test?
first.
Yeah.
Yes.
Try the 3 combinations, and then we'll continue with the talk.
Yeah.
So as I was saying, people that we call elders or people who've retired.
Yeah.
It's good. We have people in our communities who are 65 and above, or even 55 and above.
Yeah.
These are people who have worked and now they do not have any more energy to work. There is a government program where it's funded by donors, where they have some stipend, some little money that they get at the end of the year. First, we want to ensure the very poor are in that program. Yeah, you see, there are people who are old, but their children work in various cities, are doing pretty well. Those ones, they can be supported by their children. But the very poor, or those who do not have children who are in what I can call meaningful jobs, they can be supported by this program. What we have now is, it favors actually people who are able, and if there are people who are not who are genuinely poor, or who are genuinely who need that support. But there are others who don't get, yet they deserve. So we need to spread it out. That is one. Number 2, when you retire, we need to have proper training programs for our retirees, so that they can be able to get into proper businesses that can give them something small at the end of the month to help them survive the course before they actually...
I totally
Digging. Hashtag KTN Life and Style. This is Health and Wellness Monday. Keep tweeting. Tell us.
You never know.
Yeah. How did you survive your January? How your January?
How did you survive your January?
I had something little that I saved from the
There you
Christmas
go.
period.
There you go. There you go. Mheshimiwa amesema.
Tunataka majibu kama hayo. What did you do to survive that nini? We have lovely earphones, stereo earphones here. You could win. Tell us. Hashtag KTN Life and Style. This is Health and Wellness Monday. Keep tweeting, keep tweeting.
Give us your final verdict about the food.
The food is fantastic. I've learned quite a lot.
So now you know that you can have sweet and sour.
Yes, that is one. Number two, I've learned that you can cook for a very short time and have different types of meal.
Yeah, you know, just like Brian talked about, the tweet to us, you know, through hashtag
KTN Life and Style. And you can also email us if you want to be like Mheshimiwa here. You're a Mheshimiwa, you're an aspirant. And remember, just a quick reminder, we are not endorsing anybody.
Exactly.
Ata umesikia, we haven't asked him which party he's running for. We want to know what you're going to do for the people.
That's the most important thing.
That's the most important thing to us.
It's not about parties.
So, we are not endorsing anybody.
And also the message for this year's election is peace.
Peace, exactly.
Peace, guys. We are going to carry this message throughout. Make sure that we have peace. Kenya is more important than any of us.
Yeah, and every Monday on Health and Wellness Monday, we are going to see more of these people. They are going to be here. But remember one thing, the final verdict lies with you because you have your voter's card.
Exactly.
You are the only one who's going to change this Kenya. And not just by having that voter's card, but by voting. Use it. So, keep tweeting, hashtag KTN Life and Style. Tell us, what do you think about Mheshimiwa? If you're from Kitutu Chate constituency, I know you're watching. What do you think about your Mheshimiwa here? Keep tweeting, and these two, remember, we have this for you. But until next time, Mamadi.
Kwaheri.
Yeah.
Bye. See you. Peace.
Peace.
2017, peace.